Tonight on Tabatha Takes Over, Brian Hahn is a stockbroker in Minneapolis, Minnesota, who took over a salon in his father's building.
I took over the salon in 2004. It was a business opportunity that showed a lot of promise. You want to pop the drawer for me?
Brian is looking at the salon as just an investment and hoping to gain something out of it.
I'm not a stylist. I've been a full-time stockbroker for the past 19 years.
After Brian took charge of the salon, his entire staff walked out. And now he's in danger of another walkout.
Lisa, the computer, something's wrong with it?
Brian doesn't know how to communicate with really anybody.
Why is he even down here?
That's your boss.
Whatever.
We'll see you later. Thanks.
Daily, I see Brian maybe 30 minutes as he's in and out the door.
Brian is the guy upstairs.
It's so much effort to walk your ass all the way down those hot stairs and hand us a piece of paper and then walk all the way back and go sit in your frickin' office.
We have so many effed up situations.
Got it. Check.
As a manager, I don't even know what to do.
What else is new?
Right? It's a cluster of personalities and pissed off people.
I'm really f***ing pissed off.
Well, certainly I would be a part of a walkout if it happened now.
Eventually you're just like, shit.
I'm done. I gotta get out of this mess.
Tabatha, please come help Age Design. I have a boss who doesn't understand how to run a salon, and I don't think we're gonna be alive tomorrow if we don't get some help to turn it around. Chaos ensues.
I'm Tabatha. I'm tough, I'm talented, I'm taking over.
Hi, this is Brian.
Brian, this is Tabatha. I would like you to come downstairs out the front of the salon and meet me.
Okay.
Hi, Brian.
How are you?
I'm Tabatha. You weren't expecting me to be here?
I was not.
Well, here I am, and I have a few things to show you, so come with me.
Okay.
I had cameras in H Design Salon all day, and now I'm going to show Brian, the owner, what I've seen. Your managers actually asked for my help, so tell me what's going on in your business.
The salon does need help, and we need to grow staff and revenues to keep it going. I'm a securities broker by trade. I've been doing that for 19 years.
You know numbers, I'm sure.
I know
very
numbers.
well. How much are you losing?
Between $8,000 and $10,000 a month.
That's a lot.
It's a tremendous amount.
So tell me how you got into the salon business.
My father owns this building where the salon is, and that salon went out of business.
So did you just decide, well, hey, it's my dad's building, there's a salon there, let me go into the hairdressing industry?
The thought was that he would have a better comfort level with me as a tenant.
Well,
that hasn't worked out as well as he thought it would.
so how much do you owe your father?
$167,330 some dollars.
Oh, you know that number.
You bet I do. We were profitable for quite a few years, and then I had a walkout of stylists about a year and a half ago.
How many people did actually leave when you had this walkout?
35.
35.
35.
Your whole salon walked out.
Correct.
I have heard of many walkouts, but 35 people at once is extraordinary to me.
It's a lot.
Why did they leave?
I don't know the exact reason why they left.
I'm really sorry. I am not buying that you don't know why they left. 35 people don't walk out for no reason. Either Brian doesn't want to tell me why they quit, or he's a complete numbskull and doesn't know. All right, well, let's take a look.
Okay.
Lisa, the phone call is for you. For color with Calvin.
Okay, I will be there
Okay.
as soon as I
No
can.
problem.
Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Thank you too.
Well, this is terrible.
Elisa is your receptionist, okay?
Correct.
So my guess would be that client's not on hold anymore.
So that's lost revenue.
Let me ask you, do you think you have a lot of happy clients leaving your salon?
I think we do. I think we have quite a few happy clients.
Do you know what your retention rate is in your salon?
I do not.
Can you tell me how many clients you do in a day? Can you tell me the breakdown of what services are color services?
The percentages right now, no, I cannot.
Why? You're a numbers guy. You should know your numbers.
I haven't dove into it like I should.
Oh, I love that excuse. I've not gone into it yet.
I haven't.
So let's look at some of your stylist work.
Okay.
Okay, so fill this side for me right here. Does that feel good enough for you?
I think so.
I mean, I don't want it to like cause a hole. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, geez.
This is
Brandon?
Brandon.
No holes today. Maybe some other time.
That doesn't instill confidence or professionalism
No,
to me.
that's terrible.
I mean, do you have education in the salon?
Well, I'm leaving that to the two managers that I have.
Tell me about your managers.
Well, I have Lisa, who's a technical manager. Everybody goes to her for color. And then I have Heather, who's the floor manager. She manages the issues that come up on a daily basis. As of late, she is not pulling her weight, and I don't know why.
Well, do you know where Heather, your manager, goes every afternoon?
I do not.
Would you like to?
Yes.
I'm not gonna take any more clients today because I'm gonna go to the gym and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, bye.
She's going to the gym for 2 hours a day.
That's unbelievable.
Let's keep watching.
So I went to buy nail supplies, remember last week?
Yeah.
And he's like, where's the money?
For what?
I used my own money to buy the nail supplies.
Your managers were bitching all day long about paying for things out of their own pocket. And while all of this was going on, where were you?
In my office.
Let's take a look at what you did today. I saw you walk in, you didn't acknowledge your staff. You didn't say hi, nothing.
I don't interact with my staff.
How often are you in the salon?
I'm in the salon in the mornings, and we email back and forth, Lisa, Heather, and I.
So tell me, how many staff do you have in total?
I believe there's 20 or 22 staff right now.
I believe. You
Yeah,
can't
I
give me a
can't-
definitive number on how many bloody staff you have in your salon.
But I have to sit in front of my spreadsheet.
But your spreadsheet, because you can't tell me your retention rate. You can't tell me how many clients you're coming in a day. You don't know much about your staff.
I don't know what to say to you.
You don't know anything. And I've seen enough. Give me your keys. I'm taking over. Hello, everyone. Gather round. Don't just stand there and...
The second I saw Tabatha walking through that front door, I dropped all of my f***ing brushes. I was not prepared whatsoever.
I'm Tabatha, and I'm taking over. I've cancelled all your appointments for the week, and in that week, everything will change because you are going to play by my rules. And at the end of the week, some of you may still be working here, and some of you may not. Do you check if it's clean in here? Do you do walkthroughs, Brian? Do you look?
I haven't done a walkthrough in a while.
Clearly. And what's behind this
It's our color room.
The color dispense.
that's not very organised? And you've put this manky curtain. Look, I mean, it's disgusting. Let me ask you a question, Brian. Do you know where each one of your staff sit?
Pretty much.
Really? Christina.
Christina's, I believe it's the station.
Nope, that's actually right across the way.
Ah.
I wasn't surprised Brian didn't know where Christina sat because he's never in the salon. No shock at all.
We're having a staff meeting at 9 a.m. so that I can get your point of view. And by the way, I don't do late. Coming up, everyone told me that they had to buy their own products.
That's correct.
Okay.
That wasn't explained to me.
You're full of shit. It's not her responsibility to save your f***ing business. Brian seemed pretty clueless about what was going on in his salon yesterday, so now I want to get the staff's point of view. I want you guys to tell me about Brian.
He's a tool. I mean,
What do you mean by Brian's a tool?
He doesn't have respect for anybody. I mean, he could stand right there in the front door and he'd be the first person that you see when you walk into the salon and he will say nothing to you and turn around and walk away.
When it comes to running a salon and stuff, he's a little bit clueless.
Yeah, he doesn't know the fundamentals of actually the salon business. He just knows the money business.
We are trying to work with what we have because we're not getting the financial backing. So we'll bring in our own, like, you know, chairs and nail racks.
And we also have to pay for the color every service. And the color is actually only, what, $7.50 a tube, and we get charged $10 per 1 ounce of color mixture.
So Brian is actually making money on selling you products.
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like he makes more money off of us than he does the actual clients.
To me, just sounds like Brian's cheap. What does Brian do all day?
He works his other business. I'll call him for something and he'll be like, I gotta call you back, and he'll hang up on me.
That's my problem with the
Yeah, he's
situation.
not.
If you cared about this, why don't you take the initiative to come down and figure it out? Ask questions.
Well, how often is Brian down here?
He'll go up there and check his money and it will go upstairs.
So who the hell is in charge in here?
Nobody.
Do whatever.
Nobody. Do you guys feel that Heather and Lisa are effective managers?
No.
No, but not necessarily of their own right,
Yeah.
because he doesn't allow them to.
Yeah.
Does Brian not give you the authority to be able to manage?
If he gives us the authority, it's on our dollar. So if there's something that they need, I have to pull out my pocket. I mean, I'll get reimbursed, but I always have to cough up the money first.
We just keep kind of praying and hoping that it'll get better, but we have a lot of change to do too ourselves.
You do. I saw you two ladies yesterday managing staff. And Heather, you talked about going to the gym.
Yes.
I wouldn't let my manager leave and go to the gym because it's leading by example. So why do you do it?
I have the passion and I have the drive and I have the will, but as a manager, I feel defeated because there's nobody giving Lisa and I the authority to go ahead and run it the way that we would think would be best. So I just go out to the gym.
That is the most f***ed up thing I've ever heard.
I want him to understand that I love this place and that I want to work here. It just sucks when people that you're working so hard for don't believe in you and don't seem to care.
Let's talk about the stylist that walked out of here. Brian told me that he doesn't know why they left.
Oh.
So I would want to know why.
If you wanted to know, you could go around the corner.
Yeah, they opened the salon right around the corner.
And they all went to the same salon.
Build the salon, and it was fully staffed.
How many of you guys have thought about walking out? Wow, that was pretty much every hand.
Brian screws up everything for our stylists. He takes away their passion, he takes away their want to be here. I really don't think Brian's gonna change. It's just a losing battle.
You guys honestly look so miserable, and Brian has no idea. He's clueless. Brian told me that the quality of work was fabulous.
How would he know? He's up in his office.
I don't know how he would know. That's why I need to bring in some models to see what the quality of work is like in this place. You're actually going to stay in the salon. 3 whole hours. You're going to be trapped in this salon
With you,
with me.
okay?
Brian's staff confirmed my suspicions that he is a complete f***wit. So I'm hoping if he spends some time in the salon, he'll learn a thing or two about what they do.
If you're trying to lighten all of this up, I would suggest doing heavy foil. So I would be doing small sections, and it's gonna be a few hours.
What do you think of Lisa's consultation? Lisa's your technical manager, so.
It's a little fast. I think she's getting into maybe too much about the coloring.
I was in shock more, like, wow, you really had something to critique. Brian's not a hairdresser.
I have no words. I thought you did a good consultation.
Thank you.
So we're gonna go pretty dramatic, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna go that dark? Do you want it to be that asymmetrical, or do you want it to be more even?
More even.
So you're okay with like taking it short and having to be able to style it and stuff like that every day?
Do you always speak this fast?
Not always, no.
It's like, brrrr, and I can't keep up. And I'm sure the client can't keep up either, so you need to have a calm consultation.
Tabatha was nerve-wracking. I thought I was sort of having palpitations right then and there.
I'm assuming you're interested in the volume that she has in the picture.
Yes.
I don't really have the products that I would recommend to use on you, unfortunately.
Okay, so you don't have the products.
And I don't have enough money to buy my own products.
Brian, are you aware of this?
I don't know why Mike doesn't have the product.
I'm confused as well. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. You can start your client.
Okay.
It's a little dilemma. We're trying to go for this level right here.
Okay, so you don't have any more product?
Yeah.
You don't have any more?
I don't have any more with this.
So you run out of colour a lot?
Yeah.
Okay, that's an issue.
That's an issue.
Were you aware that
No, I don't know if there's not been enough ordered or what's going on.
Brian's acting like he's clueless about what's going on in his salon, but I'm not buying it, so I want to get to the bottom of it. Ladies, everyone unanimously told me that they had to buy their own products, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Brian was not aware of this.
That's news
You're
to me.
smiling,
That's
and
news
you're
to me.
smiling.
I didn't realize that was for back bar use. That wasn't explained to me.
No, it was for back bar use because we
Okay.
didn't have products to use.
So you didn't understand?
I didn't understand. I thought it was for personal use at home to give them an extra discount, to bump up our purchasing so we could purchase more product.
You guys are
create
both
back
laughing.
bar.
You're full of shit. You need to give your staff the tools that they need to do their job properly, and one of the things they need is product.
Correct.
Obviously, you need to have better communication,
I do, absolutely.
clearly.
The system of the whole salon is so up, period. And it is Brian's fault. It's his salon. Actually, a lot of the times, I just sneak and buy things and do things just because it has to be done.
Why don't you come with me?
Okay.
Brian's told me that he's been disappointed in Heather's performance, but Heather keeps saying that Brian won't empower her to be a manager. So I'm sitting them down to get to the bottom of it. Has Brian really given you authority?
Not in my opinion, no. Because I can't really hire those that I feel fit to fire those that I or Lisa, my partner, feels should be let go. And when you just come and go and you bark orders at me and then I try to communicate with you and you don't reciprocate well, I can't read you. So I just feel like our relationship is kind of like crumbled and I can't talk to you.
Do you feel like Brian's listening to you now?
I mean, he's looking at me and he's nodding, but I don't know if he really understands how it feels to be in this position.
And how does it feel?
Crappy.
I mean, I have communication gaps, and I admit that, but I'm expecting that since you became floor manager, this business should show some sort of growth pattern, and I haven't seen the revenue bump up at all.
I just need to ask how you feel as though I should have helped bump the revenue.
You're running the salon.
I gotta tell you, because I've got someone here that really wants to help you turn everything around. But then you're saying she's not bringing in revenue.
Am I off balance here?
Yes, it's not her responsibility or Lisa's to save your f***ing business. It's yours. And honestly, I don't think you've heard a word that I've said or a word that she said. I'm done. I'm tired of it. Honestly, I can't take this place anymore. So tell me how you cut it.
I don't remember the terminology.
How can you not remember the terminology?
I haven't really had any education or anything for a few years in advancement.
You put a lot of volume in her hair, she didn't have that, but there's definitely weight over there.
Okay.
I remember the initial consultation, the client said that she didn't want to go that
I did tone
light.
it. I toned it because of the color.
Are you kidding? You ran out of color, so you didn't have enough.
Right, so we...
But you're happy with it? Yeah. Looks good.
Great.
See that?
See that?
See that piece? And then look here. This side's longer, this side's shorter.
Yep.
You need some education in your salon, okay? Their haircut needs work.
Okay.
It's very clear none of you have the tools that you need to succeed. You don't have product, you don't have education, you don't have color, and it truly has to change. Tomorrow, I need you to tell Brian what you need, and I need you to actually listen to them. Coming up, you ready? I'm gonna take your blindfold off.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Hey!
It's ironic to me that Brian is a stockbroker because he's making no investment in his staff. And if he wants to save his business, he needs to get his head out of his ass. Do you really want to own this salon?
Yeah, I do.
Because you clearly had no idea of everything that was happening in your business.
That's true.
You had 35 people walk out on you.
Correct.
And I'm trying to avoid this staff from walking out. Because right now, your salon is taking a nosedive.
Huge nosedive.
You're telling me that you're losing money on this business.
Every day.
And all day today, I'm trying to paint this big picture for you, but I don't think you understand what I'm trying to explain to you, what I mean.
Paint it for me.
You obviously need to educate yourself in this business.
Well, let me say this, that I spend time down here in the morning at 8 o'clock when the salon is open. There's typically 2 stylists here, and I do talk to them.
Oh, gee, would you like a medal or a chest to pin it on?
Owning H Design Salon has been a unique challenge because I have a full-time brokerage business and I can't be spread everywhere like peanut butter.
Your staff told me this morning, flat out, that you were cheap.
I don't think I'm cheap.
You have to invest in your salon and give your staff the tools that they need to do their job properly. Today, when I see things like Brandon not having the colour that he needed, and then Lisa not having the colour that she needed, that's a really big problem.
First time I've heard somebody run out of color. I've never heard this.
You know what? It is the complete opposite of what all your staff told me. I don't know where the truth lies. All I know for fact, 100% sure, you have some people in here that really do know what they're doing, but you're not listening to them.
That is not true.
Both your managers, Lisa and Heather, are telling me that they're not empowered by you, and quite frankly, I think it's ridiculous.
It's not me.
Far out.
Tell me what's so far out.
I truly feel like you honestly don't hear anything that anyone says to you. You may be a stockbroker for 19 years, but a good business owner, not so much. Yeah, tomorrow you need to start listening or you're not going to be able to save this salon. Brian has a really thick skull and I don't think I'm getting through to him. So tomorrow I'm going to give him a wake-up call. Brian's staff basically told me they're ready to walk out, and I need him to understand why they're so frustrated. So I have a big surprise in store for him.
All right.
You ready? I'm going to take your blindfold off.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Hey!
Do you know who these people are?
Absolutely I do. To see the H Design staff that had left was difficult. Some of them I wouldn't have the time of day for.
We really didn't want to do and leave when we did. We really wanted to keep it together.
I mean, even up until the end, where it was absolutely unbearable to be there, I think we all still hoped, why can't Brian understand? And it always felt like you thought we were trying to get over on you for some reason.
What were some of those things that you recommended to Brian to do?
We would wish that you could have trusted your team because cumulatively we had so much experience to offer you.
And it was just kind of a wall that you weren't open to hearing.
And letting the managers manage. You'd give them the title, but then you'd never let them do what they came to do.
I was in your corner, always. I told you countless times about this wonderful staff you had and what you could do. And I came to work and somebody else was there in my position and all of my pictures and supplies were gone. So what I hope from this is that you'll really take this gift, even though you hurt me.
You can't not respond to this woman. I don't like hugging and I want to go and hug her. Brian has the emotional capacity of a spreadsheet and he has no idea how to communicate with another person. If Brian's really this clueless, he's
I remember the situation and it's hard. It's really hard looking at it right now.
sounded halfway like it was an apology.
It shouldn't have happened that way. I mean, there should have been more communication on my end to you. I'm apologizing right now. I understand business. I am just not used to working with emotional people, and that's been a stumbling block for me.
How many right now intend to spend the rest of their lives here and are that happy to come to work every morning? If you ask your current staff that question, what do you think they're going to say?
I don't think we'll get the 100% show of hands right now.
No, you're not listening to your current staff. And I really hope that you're listening now.
I am.
It's clear that Brian's former staff have been liberated from the oppression that they were feeling. Now I need to give his current staff a voice so they stop acting like zombies. I want you to have real conversations with your staff today.
Okay.
And find out what they need, how they feel.
I haven't sat one-on-one with 50% of the people down there. And I feel that is probably one of the best things that can happen.
I'm Mike, nice to meet you. I never met you. I never did this when I first came to the salon. I'm sitting here still like I'm working for a stranger.
I get frustrated sometimes because I feel like I can't talk to you and will butt heads if I bring a certain issue to you because you don't understand. I've never sat down and spoke with him one-on-one, and I won't even keep a cell phone number in my cell phone because it's not important to me.
I've had a dream or a nightmare that I came to the salon and there's a big sign on the door that says closed.
Wow. Do you think that he's really going to change?
Well, if you don't, there was a bunch of us looking for the back door. We were looking for somewhere.
I didn't know that.
And Brian's already had that once.
Yeah.
This is a staff on the verge of walking out. So I really hope that they're starting to get through to him because he is going to have another walkout.
When I'm trying to bring up a specific issue to you, you cut me off and you change the subject. And I just feel like maybe my subjects aren't important enough to you to actually stop and listen to. I want to work for you. I just want to work for you if you're willing to hear me out because I want to make this one of the best salons in Minnesota.
The communication's going to open up because I don't want to get any more phone calls from this woman.
You don't want to piss me off?
I don't want to piss you off.
For me, actions speak louder than words, but hopefully Ryan can give me the authority to be more hands-on and let me do my job.
What I need from you is just to be involved more. You need to spend some time with us just as management. I know you're busy, but there has to be balance, you know.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
You know I appreciate you, and if you haven't heard it before, I do.
It feels good to hear that, though.
Yeah, I do.
Why are you crying?
Just because it's...
She hasn't heard that.
You haven't heard that, ever?
Brian showed genuine emotion, so it was like, oh my God, he has feelings.
Brian actually took the first step to being a better owner when he started communicating with his staff. But he still has a long way to go to win them over. Let's get out of here. Coming up, a receptionist's job is rebooking an appointment.
It's not a foreign concept to me.
Did Brian give you a good reason why she should be kept around?
She's a professional dancer, so.
Are you ready to see what I've done?
Yes.
Come on, let's go. Come on in.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. Whoa. Dude.
Over here in the seating area, there's a new arrangement. I think it's much more client-friendly. And we have brand new Millennium booking system. Will take care of everything for you. Mike, what's wrong? Why are you
gorgeous.
crying? He's actually crying. Are you okay?
I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I really do believe that this whole experience of being taken over by Tabatha was a godsend. It was the best thing to happen to this salon.
I know that you need some privacy when you mix up your color, but now you have nice louver doors. It's not some manky curtain. And you're fully stocked with color. Everything has been lightened up and brightened up. All the light bulbs have been changed out.
They're not yellow.
And the accent colors everywhere really tie everything together. So I have a present for all of you guys. You'll find one in each of your station. You are getting new tools.
Thank you. The renovation was fabulous. I feel that the whole salon actually has what we need to do our job right.
The renovation is a very, very, very small piece of what will make this business successful. The rest of it is you guys. We should be doing work that is so great that people love it and they want to rebook. And Heather and Lisa step up and lead these people. Alyssa, as soon as clients walk in, they're greeted. The stylist knows that they're here. And Brian, you need to be a leader. You need to know what's going on in your business, and you need to listen to your staff and find out what it is they need so they can do their jobs properly.
Correct.
You guys need to get your stations ready, and it's going to be a really great day. Brian actually took the first step to being a better owner when he started communicating with his staff. but he still has a long way to go to win them over. Where is Brian, by the way?
He's upstairs.
Brian's upstairs in his office?
Yeah.
Why did he leave and go upstairs?
I don't know.
I need Brian, so can you please call him and ask him to come down, please? I'd like to see. Wow. Brian's not picking up. Are you serious? Brian isn't picking up the phone.
Hear his voicemail right now.
Wow. I can't believe the first thing Brian did on reopening day was leave and go up to his office. It's a complete you to his staff and to me. Christina, you're okay? You have the colour that you need?
I do.
Okay.
Very excited.
It's a good day then.
Hi, I'm Heather. Hi. Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm one of the managers, so if you need anything, just let us know, okay?
Okay, great.
All right, thank you. This week, I was able to admit to my own faults, and Lisa and I have worked really hard on ourselves, and that has put this team bond together. But I cannot say that I feel like Brian's gonna listen to me or even change.
You doing the infantry?
Yep.
We just need to do the order today. I just want him to have an order so that he can call it through.
Yep.
And the salon is fully stocked and
Yep.
you'll have what you need to...
Yeah. If Brian will let Heather and I just do our job, we would be good.
I'm here to see Angel. Angel, have a seat right up here. Thanks.
Okay, do you normally ask clients their name?
No, we don't usually ask them.
People like to be greeted by name.
Okay.
Have you been asking clients to rebook?
No, we don't usually ask them, but I can definitely like add that into my, script of...
Here's the thing, a receptionist's job is to take care of clients, and part of taking care of a client is rebooking an appointment.
It's not a foreign concept to me, but I haven't been drilled on that.
Elisa is a complete airhead, and I want to see what Heather and Lisa are going to do about it. Elisa, at the front desk, how do you think her job performance is?
About 6 months ago, we were both on the same page of letting her go. Like, we
Really?
tried to let her go a
we
million
did.
times, and Brian would not let us.
Did Brian give you a good reason why she should be kept around?
She's a professional dancer, so. But that's why I kept her.
I think we have to give it like a 2-week trial. And if that doesn't go, it's time to move on.
Did you trim?
So we just went through and just took off. It's a little bit around the perimeter.
All right, because this is straight.
Okay.
Okay. You get this wave formation that comes through here, and then it moves through, and then it falls off. Brandon's perm looked awful. Some of the ends were straight, and the rest were frizzy. He needs better education to be a good stylist. So what do you think?
Okay, so we're going through all of our rules that we want to implement. Another thing we discussed too is Elisa.
Okay.
Heather and I discussed about putting her maybe on a probation period.
Let's not jump the gun with probation periods.
Okay.
She's been here for almost a year now, and she's not very assertive, and she gets overwhelmed very easily. So we're looking to see her kind of step up to the plate and take the initiative.
You're going to have to give everybody a probation period. All I'm asking us is to use the same type of process
For everybody.
for everybody.
Brian's an asshole because he did not put in the trust from Lisa and I, and that just goes to show me that he has a lot of work to do. It was not reassuring at all.
What's wrong? Are you crying?
No, I'm laughing because I'm frustrated because it just goes around and around and around. Like, we took him in there to ask him one thing. Can we put this person on a probational period? We're looking for a cut and dry answer. Can we do this or can't we? Well, everybody needs to be put on a probation period then.
Was he holding Elisa accountable?
No, not at all.
So who was he holding accountable?
All of us.
Brian seemed to be taking his receptionist's side instead of his manager's, which is ridiculous because he's obviously never in the salon and doesn't understand what Elisa is doing wrong.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
I'll call you later.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
So are you ready to hear my final recommendations?
Yes.
Okay, come on. Don't look so thrilled. Improving this salon is offering education and having the products that they need so that the staff can do their job properly.
I am going to give them the tools, the communication,
Okay,
and the
good.
power to run this place.
Lisa did an inventory today
Mhm.
of all the retail products that you needed, all the color products that you needed.
Yes.
And, you know, I need you to order it today
Yes.
because I have your staff telling me that you were cheap. There's no nice way to say
Yeah,
that.
but I'm not. Yeah, I'm cost conscious of what it takes to get things done, but I'm not cheap. I believe that a lot of the stuff that I've witnessed over the past few days, there was really no managers because they weren't stepping up and managing, and that's going to change.
See, I have a different spin on it. I think it's because they felt demoralized because you weren't supportive of them. You need to listen to them, trust them, communicate with them, and you need to be present.
I want people to perceive me a little bit differently than they have been.
So let's talk about Alyssa.
Okay.
I would fire her. She may be pretty, but you need someone that can run a front desk.
I'm not hiring models here, I'm hiring productive people. I don't keep her around because she's pretty. I mean, it's bull. That ticked me off. Elisa should have the know-how from her managers to work within a salon structure and be successful.
Honestly, for not trusting your managers when they come to you and say, this person's bad, we need to do something about it,
Right.
is why they have the perception that you're keeping her around for the wrong reasons.
I need to communicate more with these people.
You say it all the time,
What is it?
these people. I find it highly annoying. If I was one of your staff, I would want to throttle you.
What does that mean?
That's a very nice Australian term for beat the crap out of you. Because those people are your staff. When I first walked in here, I thought you were a real dickhead.
Wow.
And I walked out thinking, like, honestly, why are they staying? And I want their opinion to have changed, because if it doesn't, they will walk out on you. I've recommended to Brian that he needs to be listening to you all. He needs to be present and trust his employees. Do you guys think that Brian is really going to change?
We are skeptical.
We're skeptical.
That's honest.
I think it's a natural reaction, but I think they'll see the change shortly.
Brandon, you look like a deer in headlights when I say your name.
I'm nervous.
Why?
I don't want to be fired.
We have told him how many times the same thing. If he doesn't change anything, he's gonna be stuck in the same situation. I told him he'll run his business into the ground by himself because none of us will sit here and watch it.
If I have one more heated argument with Brian that goes into tears where I just feel like he's not listening to me, I think that would be my final straw.
It is just ridiculous.
It's gotta change, period.
I mean, what he doesn't understand is that this will be the end of this salon.
Brandon, why do you think you could be fired?
Because I blew that perm and I blew that haircut.
I didn't make the recommendation to fire you, but you need education in this salon. Do you promise me you will work on those things?
Oh my God, yeah. I thought for sure that I was gonna lose my job. I thought for sure that it was the end of my career.
Brian, do you see how passionate Brandon is?
Oh, absolutely.
If you could have a quarter of the passion that Brandon's just shown and let your staff see that passion, that would be a great thing.
Absolutely.
Heather and Lisa, you two need to be really professional. You truly do set the bar for all the rest of the staff in this salon. So Heather and Lisa, why don't you come over? You better start empowering these ladies to be your managers and keep listening to your staff.
I really hope that Brian soaks this in and takes Tabatha's recommendations, because if he doesn't change, we're all gonna walk. We're all gonna leave.
Clearly, this group want to be here and they want to do a good job.
Yeah, we're gonna work together.
So I only have one more thing to do. Your key, sir.
Thank you.
And you know what? You better keep it up because you never know. I may be back. Good luck, everyone. Good luck.
Thank you.
Wow. I'm not convinced that Brian has heard a word that I've said to him. And if he hasn't, the entire staff should go and find other jobs, because this place will go under. Hi. How are you? Good. What's going on in here?
A lot of mess. We all really wanted it to work as a staff, but he didn't care.
Brian still doesn't care?
No. Heather left, and so did Mike. So did Christina. And I'm sure the count is still gonna go up.
Why? Who else is thinking of going?
I am. I feel bad that you came and wasted your time.
Did Brian ever empower you ladies to be the managers for him and
To a
really give
certain
you the
extent.
authority to do it?
To do it his way. Right after you left last time, I placed a huge order. He's just like, who placed the order? And why did you place that much? Do you understand that that's $3,000? I'm like, yes, but we needed it. Honestly, Brian is listening only to what he wants to hear. And no one wants to be here anymore. No one's motivated. No one's inspired to be here anymore. No,
Is he upstairs in his office?
I'm assuming so.
Wow, H Design is like a morgue. There are no clients and barely any stylists. And Brian is nowhere to be found. Where have you been today?
I've been in my office.
Here I am, back again, and the staff are telling me it feels no different.
I'm here for 8 to 10 hours a day.
In your office upstairs?
Correct. Lately, I've been barraged trying to find a manager, a quality manager.
You know what, Brian? You're just absolutely full of excuses.
No,
you
it's
are.
not an excuse.
Yeah, it is, because it's always an excuse. It wasn't me, it was them. I don't know what's wrong with them. I do everything right. If you even did a little bit right, would I be back here 6 weeks later listening to a staff that tell me they're miserable? Nothing's changed. You haven't changed. And quite frankly, it was a waste of my time coming here 6 weeks ago.
Well,
which is sad because there are other salons out there that truly would have valued the information I gave them and used it, and you're not one of them. I was gobsmacked to find out in the last 6 weeks, Heather, Mike and Christina all quit H Design, and it seems like more may follow. So I wanted to sit down with them and find out what happened. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Really good.
Well.
Mike and I are renters, so we work for ourselves, which is nice. And then Christina's getting the education that she needs to be a great hairstylist.
Which is great. Do you all feel really happy and relieved now that you have made the change?
Yes.
Amazing.
Because there's nobody dragging us down.
Is Brian any different?
I don't believe that Brian has changed at all. I personally think that H Design has the potential of going under.
He's trying to charge us for the things that you gave us.
Like the blow dryers and the
Yeah.
flat irons?
The gifts. He says that they're his.
Wow, I'm sorry.
If Brian had listened to Tabatha, everything would be awesome. But he didn't listen to Tabatha, and now everybody's walking out.
If you had advice for the people left at H Design, what would you say?
Leave.
Move forward and find your happiness in your career.
I'm glad that you're all doing well, and thank you for taking the time to come and see me.
We really appreciate what you've done for us.
Seriously.
It empowered us as individuals.
Life-changing.
Thank you very much.
Clearly, Brian didn't change at all, and now he's suffering a second walkout. And I don't blame his staff. I hope they're really happy at their new salons. Next time on Tabatha Takes Over. Stop working brushes down. Where is Mr. Flavio?
Hello to you.
Why are you bowing at me?
Well, I always bow at the powers to be.
This place is about to close, and your father is going to lose his house.
Sometimes you find beauty school instructors who are weaned on a pickle.
I've been doing color for about 38
Okay,
years.
the question is whether you've done it well or not.
How are the students doing? Are they doing all right?
I f***ing hate it.
You chose it.
For more information and footage, go to bravotv.com.